All right. Good afternoon. We're here at the Fatted Cup.
Yes.
Right. We're here in Tagaytay and talking to Chef JJ and Chef Rhea, basically Chef Rhea, about the Fatted Cup. My name is Anton Diaz, founder of Our Awesome Planet. So maybe, Chef, can you share with them what's the story of the Fatted Calf? Why it's called Fatted Calf and paano na ano to here in Tagaytay? How did you start?
So we were, well, it started 11, 12 years ago. So we were still dating. Then naligaw kami. We missed the turn. And then we saw this place. We saw this house. And at the time, we were much, much younger. And it started with a joke. Na parang, and because when we did the U-turn here in front of the house, there was a sign that says for sale or for long term lease. And then I told JJ na, we could just leave everything behind Manila and move here. Sabi niya sa akin, ano ba, mahal-mahal yan. No in the future. So fast forward, we were working and an ad popped into our and it says that there was this house that is took a screenshot, then pinakita ko kay JJ, and I said, naalala mo to? And then we both remembered it. But we didn't call. But at the time, we were already praying for a restaurant, our own. And we called a month after, and it was available. So that's how we ended up with this place.
So is this Tagaytay
No,
or
it's
Silang?
actually silang.
Okay.
Actually silang. Pero ako yung nag-ocular eh. Pagpasok ko sa pinto, bigla akong tinawagan si Rhea. Sabi ko, Rhea, hindi to bahay. Sabi ko gano'n. Ang restaurant natin to. Baka ito na yun. Sabi ko gano'n. And then a month after, we moved in.
But it was as how you could see it. We didn't change anything. So that's why when we stepped inside, we knew that this restaurant. So open space, big kitchen, and the reason why we named it the Fatted Calf because it's like it's from the Bible and it's about the prodigal son. After straying away and then going back to the father, and the father instead of turning away the son, he instructed his people to prepare a feast for his son.
Sabi niya, slay the fatted calf and we will have a feast. Sabi niya.
Ah, okay.
So that's how the name came about. And if you've noticed the restaurant, we have big tables, we have open spaces because we really wanted this place to be a to be a venue for for
Okay.
feasting, for celebrations
With
with
the family.
family or with friends.
All right.
And it's nice kasi to go up here with the weather and then kakain kayo na sabay-sabay.
Okay.
So,
So most people are asking, what's the menu in Fatted Calf? And how would you describe it?
Actually, it's no borders cuisine. We have influences of Asian, we have influences of European. So basically, that's where the menu revolves. Depending on what's in season, we use vegetables in season. Also, our produce mostly are direct from farms naman.
when we moved kasi from Manila, and syempre in Manila for you to have a salad, it's some sort of a luxury. It's either you go for a salad or a main meal, but it's it's expensive to do both. But here, since we are surrounded by farms, we could get to enjoy the freshest produce
Ah,
and hindi rin namin siya napapass on to the consumers, to our guests, na sobrang mahal. So,
text messages like inquiring about the cakes. So sabi ko kay Rhea, why don't we try? Wala naman mawawala.
Wait, chef. So the cake is from?
Flower pot, Manila.
Yeah. So that has a following already, no? Flower
Yes,
Pot Manila. Okay, go.
So, si Fatted Cab, hindi siya operational during the lockdown. But si Flower Pot, since it's in the same commissary, we were operational since March. And then si Fatted Cab started June, no? Si Fatted Cab started June with its communal line for home feasts.
So we started with a sous vide bag, mostly stews that we deliver to Manila.
And liver pates.
Liver pate. So because Clarpa delivers daily. So we figured that maybe we could still offer some of the fatted calf items to Manila. So we were operational in a sense, but at the time it was just literally me and Jayjay. So there were no people, there were no staff. So he was preparing the hot food items, I was doing the baking.
Okay.
During lockdown.
So during the Christmas season, what happened in here in Tagaytay? Do people really go out and go to these places, or ano ba? What happened?
Surprisingly, yes.
Grabe, iba.
When we reopened, diba? Kasi
Parang walang pandemic.
when we reopened, we didn't expect people to really come. That's why our plan was to just continue on with the takeouts. When we did the announcement, we said that we're open, but we also have the takeouts if they're still not comfortable dining out. But we were surprised since Christmas. We're actually full most days. I mean, most days. But it's nice because the first thing that they ask us is it open air?
So this is open air, no?
It's open air.
It's open air.
It's been open air ever since.
High ceiling, tapos
ceiling.
well ventilated.
So, and now we extended a few tables outside. So al fresco. So we have more tables.
Actually, even our regulars were ordering takeouts. Those who are living in Tagaytay.
Okay. And then what's the specialty of the house?
The signature dish is actually a roasted leg of beef. That's the whole thigh of the cow, and then we roast that for 10 hours.
Wow.
And then the sauce also we get it from the kneecap and the hip bone, and then we simmer that for another 10 hours also.
Okay.
So what we do is we usually go to the market as early as 4 in the morning.
Sa Mahogany?
Yeah, yun supplier namin.
The butchers will call us around 2 to 3 a.m. to tell us how many yung slaughter nila for the day.
Okay.
But since kasi we don't use, so it's not 4 legs, no?
So it's just the hind.
Just the hind. So there's only 2 per cow. So that's why the supplies are very limited. And we tell our guests, our clients who are actually reserving, if they would like to have pre-order, they should pre-order.
Pre-order na.
At least a day ahead.
We tried it. Ang lambot, no? Usually, Batangas beef matigas eh.
Yeah.
So, what's the secret?
Well, ang quality talaga nung kinukunan ng supplier namin. There's so many stalls, there's so many suppliers of beef here in Tagaytay and in Silang. But our supplier guarantees that it's grass-fed. It's not being given any antibiotics or any chemicals or feeds for that matter. So maganda yung kinalalabasan niya. And also for the fact that it's being cooked for 10 hours, talagang malambot na malambot.
Actually, we learned a lot. Kasi syempre tayo, kasi nga, of course, we were from Manila also before. When you go to Mahogany, di ba you ask, bulalo, then you buy, then you bring home, di ba? Here pala, there's such a thing as leg of beef from Batangas, or there's a difference from Mindoro.
Masbate, Mindoro.
Masbate, Mindoro. And there's a huge difference in taste kapag female yung slaughter.
So, female siya. So, we prefer as much as possible to get female. Sa kanila lang namin natutunan yun eh. So, ang inaan na parang mas creamy, mas less gamey.
Okay.
Less metallic also.
Okay.
So that's what, there's a certain spec also that we get for the leg of beef.
For the leg of beef. Okay.
And then again, 10 hours siyang roast overnight.
Okay. So, what's the capacity of the restaurant? And then you have to call in advance? Or what are your tips?
When we started, it was 28 seats. But since we opened the Alfresco, we are now...
We're back to 20.
28.
Because we had to
social distancing.
We had to cut down the number of seats per table, but we were able to get back to our original seating capacity by adding the tables outside.
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 Oh.
It's reserved at the time. 5 p.m. season up until January 11, we're open. But we're taking a break tomorrow. Kasi
Okay.
wala pa kami break.
Time break. I think most Tagaytay restaurants, ganun ba?
Yes. I think some of the restaurants also close for a day or two.
Okay. Yeah. And then, of course, you have salads from Tagaytay.
Yeah, the salads, if you look at our menu, the salads are all creative. We do not have any salads that are quite familiar to a lot of people.
We tried, but nobody bought.
Wala talaga.
We tried the Caesar, walang may gustos.
Waldorf, yung mga ganun.
Wala, so we had to take it out also sa menu.
So, even other menu items, when common items are on the menu, never gets ordered.
Okay.
We've had guests pag upo dito, na-try ko na yung vegan glow nyo na salad, what's next? Okay, so we had to come up with the mushroom, we had to come up with the burrata.
The burrata's local also. So as much as it's from Negros.
Oh, Negros.
Negros,
so as much as possible, we use local items. And
Okay.
actually, January is a very good season for produce. Ang dami dito sa Cavite na indigenous. So we might be using them again for January, February.
Yeah.
So, and of course, the specialty here is the cakes also, your cakes. Is there a special cake here or you have a more extensive lineup of cakes
We
here?
have, in terms of the lineup, we have a good avocado cake that's always out of stock. So wala siya today.
Ganun?
Because we have a tree at the back. And then, nung sumabog yung vulkan, hala namin hindi na siya bubunga ulit. But it did, and it produced a very creamy fruit.
And it was big. It was, akala mo papaya.
Papaya. So what we did, we saved it as much as possible kasi nung una I don't believe na i-freeze kasi sayang. And I've never tried cakes na avocado na freeze. But it worked. So,
We vacuum sealed it.
We vacuum sealed it. So, but it's always out of stock kasi lagi na ubos. Right now, we still have a few cakes left. So those who are really into avocado, they could get it here at the Tagaytay. So of course we have the rum cakes. We started with the rum cakes, the hummingbird. But now over the season, talagang yung tres leches yung pinaka na work.
Naging bestseller siya.
So the tres leches is a butter cake. It's soaked in 3 kinds of milk, including gatas ng kalabaw. That's from General Trias.
Yes.
And then yung strawberries are from Benguet.
Yes.
So, kung hindi ka makapag-Baguio, para ka rin, pag nandito ka kumain, marami ko rin strawberries, so you could still enjoy the strawberries.
And Flower Pot is a ultimate taste test winner. Diba? Kailan?
Yes.
2019. Last
Yes.
year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Last year.
18.
Last
19. Oo, last year. 2019. Okay.
So we were actually blessed to be part of that. So it was super exciting for us.
Yes. So, any tips for people planning to go to Tagaytay this summer? You know, I know a lot of people will go out, and what can they expect when they go here?
Well, for one, our produce are direct from farms. We pride ourselves with getting our ingredients direct from the farmers. So as we usually joke with our guests, alam namin kung ano yung huling kinain ng mga yung mga baboy, mga baka. So we do not get commercial meats. Even the vegetables, even the ones that we get from Benguet are all organic also.
Wow,
So,
nice.
syempre, when we were explaining to our staff, to our team, paano yung ingredients namin, syempre, kukwento lang kami, but we didn't expect na gagamitin nila yun as a spiel to the guests. But it's fun because yung mga guests, yun yung ginagamit. So, ano ba yung spiel? Lahat ng itlog na ginagamit namin dito, and then lahat ng chickens namin, they're all happy chickens. Kasi,
They run around.
we've been to the farm, then talagang makikita mo Sa Batangas kasi, it's actually it's the egg capital of the Philippines. But there's this small farm that we went to and who's actually supplying our eggs. Hahanapin mo talaga yung itlog. Habulin mo yung chicken. Tapos,
Nandun sa mga shrubs.
andun sa shrubs, hahanapin mo yung eggs. Then, they were really running around. Hinahabol pa kami. So, alam namin masaya yung,
Masaya yung manok.
and that's why our cakes also, and even the breakfast items that we have for the egg yolks are very rich. And it's lasting, it's lingering. That's why yung cakes din namin, I think that's the biggest difference. So, if you sometimes if there's a lot of eggs, we sell it also. Now, going to Silang or Tagaytay, whichever restaurant actually, it's best that they plan ahead because it's hard to get tables. If they used to come here spontaneously, okay naman. The problem is we had to cut down the number of seats. So even if you think that the restaurant is big, you'll be surprised when they will tell you na wala na, puno na.
puno
So
na.
it's lalo na, with the traffic, it's still worth it, with the weather. And the good thing about the traffic, Waze or even Google, is actually teaching back roads. So if you go up early in the morning, you'll get to experience a different route going to Tagaytay. It's very scenic, and then with all of the plantitos and plantitas,
Oo.
Madadaanan lahat.
madadaanan talaga, and it's impossible that you will go down without bringing home a plant or two.
Sabi ko nga, it's not really worth the drive per se, but worth the detour.
Okay.
Because we are not in the mainstream area of Tagaytay. We are actually in an area where there's a small cluster of restaurants.
Okay.
We are 4 restaurants in this area within 200 meters.
Okay.
Apat kami. And
With
it's
different cuisines.
with different cuisines.
Oo.
So it's starting to become a hub.
What do you call this area? Do you
This
guys
is,
created a name
It's
for the area?
It's just called Barangay Bukal.
Bukal.
Maybe
Maybe can you name all the other restaurants? Para
So there's Circle Restaurant was the first one.
yes, in this area.
Oh,
And
okay.
then
Bawais.
Bawais, yun yung...
Yes,
It's still open. Bawais is still open.
Sila yung restaurant, but kami naligaw here. And then
And then-
Asong's was the third to open.
Okay.
So there's a Caviteño restaurant.
Okay.
We're the 4th.
And
You're
we're
the fourth.
We're
And
the
we are
fourth.
actually less than a kilometer away from Anya Resort.
Mhm.
Wow. Okay.
So ang ganda nung community namin dito.
Okay.
And we are surrounded with farms, left and right.
Okay. Yeah, and maybe you can invite them. But may nag-comment si Nikki.
Nikita.
Nikita.
She
Some
ordered the
bidding, yeah.
hummingbird cake.
Hi, Nikita.
Glad that you liked it.
Yeah, she ordered yesterday. I think
Yesterday.
Yeah, we picked up yesterday. Thank
Okay.
you for ordering.
Do people know you're based in Tagaytay, Flower Pot?
Yes,
Okay.
we tell them now.
Okay.
Because so that the expectations are set because of the travel. Before we didn't have to tell them, but now, in December, of course, most of them are asking for times. They want the cake. It's so hard with SLEX during the time going to Manila. Ang hirap. So we don't usually commit on a time, and we tell them that the commissary is from Cavite.
Okay. Maybe chefs, can you invite them to go here and the operating hours and yeah.
Okay, so we would like to invite you to the Fatted Calf here in Silang, Cavite. We are very, very near Tagaytay. We're open every Fridays for dinner. Saturday, Sunday, and Mondays we open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. So we do hope that you visit us and then look for us. We're just here.
Yeah, we live here, so we're just here. So
Look for us.
look for us.
Say hi.
If we're not here, most of the time nasa palengke kami. So you'll be prepared with food that's actually handled by us and
Very, very fresh.
very, very fresh. So I just hope that you include us in your go-to places whenever you go up here in Tagaytay.
And maybe can you invite them to your Flower Pot? You have a new place also. no?
Yes, we opened just December 26. We're 1 week old, so God is good. We were able to open our small shop.
Where?
So, it's at the inn at Cliff House. It's along the ridge. It's along Aguinaldo Highway. So if you just want some desserts, good coffee, you could also drop by. I usually go there during the afternoon, so you could all say hi to each other.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Happy New Year.
Happy
Happy New Year to you guys.
Happy New Year.
This is a good place for summer to go now. to go out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Salamat.
Alright. Thank you guys. Thank you for
Bye.
watching. Love their bread.
Ah.
Oo nga. Kayo gumagawa ng bread? Wow. Okay. Bye guys. Thank you. Thank you. Happy New